What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. It's the Fantasy Alarm live stream for NFL Week 2, Thursday edition. I'm your host, Howard Bender. With me, of course, Jen Piacenti. Jen, how was Week 1 for you, first of all? Before we start diving into the mess that's this week already, how did Week 1 turn out?
It turned out great for me, Howard. I won all my Week 1 matchups in my, season long, and I won a lot of money on FanDuel this weekend. So maybe I got really lucky, but I have a feeling it had a lot to do with all the information I was able to get from Fantasy Alarm. I mean, really, it's such a good team, and I mean, I'm counting my dollars over here, so.
I love that. Yeah, I definitely listen. I hit the 50-50s on FanDuel and DraftKings. For me, I didn't play heavy in Week 1. I didn't want to play heavy in Week 1.
I didn't either, but
I did have a GPP lineup that I actually posted on Fantasy Alarm for everybody that actually included Sammy Watkins and Deshaun Jackson in the lineup there. It also had Dalvin Cook. It had Evan Engram. I mean, it was a crazy lineup. The only downside was it was part of my Jaguars stack, which Dede Westbrook caught a touchdown, but Leonard Fournette didn't have a great game. Right. And Nick Foles, obviously.
Of course.
Boom, done. But that lineup still actually made, I think in a GPP, I think I ended up making probably like $50-$60 off of that. And that was strictly just a $5 entry fee. So I can't really complain about that.
No, you can't. 10 times pay is pretty good.
And how'd you do in Fantasy Alarm Man Smart Women Smarter League? You won your matchup there. Who'd you play?
Dancing Nancy Hopkins.
Oh.
It was a tight one. I'm not going to lie. I was sweating it out until the end, and I thought I had screwed up. I foolishly, guys, this is why you got to take your own advice. I foolishly did not start Deshaun Jackson, even though we got on here and told you guys there was going to be a revenge game. I didn't do it. But luckily, I did start Tyrell Williams. Nice. So and Josh Jacobs. So it ended up paying off very nicely. Another one we did last week. I remember someone asked me about Matt Bryant or Matt Stafford, and I said play Matt Stafford. It's a more exciting play, and you could win bigger. And then I chickened out and didn't do it. And guess who scored more points?
Yeah,
Matt Stafford. Now I just have to go more with my instinct, is what I'm thinking. But overall, Howard, I still won. So
didn't I bet you? Did I try to bet you something there?
I think you did. We got to up the ante here.
Right. Yeah, I mean, what was it, like a loser shaves their head bet that you refused to do? Chicken.
You don't want to see the shape of my head.
See, you know what? That's so funny because I'm like thinning up top here a little bit, and I'm deathly afraid to go all bald because I don't know what's going on in that
under scalp. There. But I will say, guys, I mean, just a general note, sort of off topic. Sometimes if you do the full shave, it's kind of sexy. Just go for it.
It's not.
No,
it's
not in this case.
You know what? Go Google the movie Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. And just Google Grossberger. That's what I would look like with the full shaved head.
Okay.
Anybody who's 40 and up who knows the movie knows exactly what it is. It would not look good for anybody. It would be horrible. Yeah, Grossberger. Yeah, God, you can even do it right here while I tell everybody, welcome in. We're broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. We're going to take your guys' questions. We're going to break down tonight's action between the Buccaneers and the Panthers. I'm telling you, this is going to be a very, very interesting game. There are a number of wide receivers out there who a lot of people are asking some questions about. I see you looking. So you got a picture of Grossberger, don't you?
Not yet.
Oh, you don't? I was like, I'm getting side eye there from Jen.
I'm just I'm just working on something here on the side. We can still talk about football. We're all
right. Well, that's what we're gonna do, and of course, guys, we will take any and all of your questions here on the show. That's what we're here for. So by all means, jump in on it. Now, before we get to all of that, I want to thank our sponsor here, guys, Super Draft. Tons of overlays over at Super Draft right now, or at least there were for Week 1. All right, so people who played over there, I made some good money over there. Again, like I said, I didn't go heavy in Week 1, but I know people who did go heavy over at Super Draft and won an absolute ton of money. So, check it out. Anytime that there's a lot of overlay, in these DFS slates, that's really where you want to make your money. You want to take advantage. For Super Draft here, well, our friends at Super Draft have invented a new game that's not just easy to play, but it's actually easy to win, like I just said. Their X Multiplier game mode lets you choose any player without salaries and score more points than traditional daily fantasy games. Right? Plus, right now, like I said, the overlays are huge, which means that I'm right. This is the best chance to win, and it's on Super Draft. Fantasy Alarm subscribers get a special bonus. Sign up now at fantasyalarm.com/superdraft and get a free 10 million. Whoa!
Okay, I'm sold.
No. A free $10 bonus with your first deposit. Wow.
Super Draft is awesome.
Yeah. Free $10. $10. That's 10. That is 10.
10 is still pretty awesome. There's a lot of money you can do on $10. Think if you got 10 times payout on $10. I mean, hey, free money.
Free money.
Free money with the info you're getting from Fantasy Alarm.
So start winning now at Super Draft. Experience daily fantasy sports like never before. That's fantasyalarm.com/superdraft. Now, also before we go on here, big thanks to Super Draft for their sponsorship. Also, now, all right, so here's how my day started, Jen. You're going to love this.
Give it to me.
So, my day starts with like just work stuff where, it's like people are blowing me up at like 5, 6 in the morning with start sit questions. And, it gets a little aggravating, a little frustrating when that's like, notifications start coming in. I'm at that age where I'm not able to just turn my phone off at night, because I know more. I go to more funerals now than I do weddings. So I got to keep my phone on. So
sure.
If my alarm is set for 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, this hits me always at least a half hour before my alarm goes off, and it's just notification after notification, and they're all starts. So I'm totally aggravated. And then I go in, and what do? I see in the news here, Sam Darnold has mono. Like, who gets mono as an adult?
Well,
Sam Darnold.
You know how you get mono, right? So good for Sam.
Yeah, is it still the kissing disease? Is it?
I don't know, but let's just say it's good for Sam.
No, well, I like the conspiracy theory that's going around right now that Demaryius Thomas actually had mono and Bill Belichick sent him to the Jets. That's really the one that makes the most sense.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So it starts off with that. Then it's Lev Bell, and he's going in for an MRI because of the shoulder. Now, results have already come back saying that there are no tears, there's no structural damage. It was more precautionary than anything else. Okay, great. I'm fine. That's super, whatever. We're all into it. But I'm hearing before the results of the MRI, I'm hearing all this Jet news. We're on a conference call this morning with, the Fantasy Alarm team. And Edward, our marketing guy, and shout out to Edward Rouse. What's up, dude? Turns around, he asks the question. He's like, well, let's what kind of promos should we do here? Should we give out some promo codes or whatever? And I'm so mad and so angry looking through all the Jet news, and I'm so pissed off that I was like, you know what, dude? I don't give a crap what you do. Give the whole thing away for free. I don't care. And so what does he do? He gives the whole thing away for free. fantasyalarm.com/win. You use the promo code WINNING, and that gives you 35% off. Any package, any product. All right. Our lifetime membership, which is usually $349, guess what? $227 now. Full NFL football, seasonal, DFS, all things football, $63 now. You get the NHL cheat sheet, rookies, sleepers, busts, draft grid, rankings, everything from our guy Brett Talley. $6.50.
You know what I'm thinking right now? What? Father's Day, birthdays for my brothers, my bosses. There's like a million things, because you know what people want? They want experiences. They want things to do. And this would be such a cool thing as a gift. Also for yourself, of course, but
it's nuts. I'm sorry. To me, it's nuts. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I guess I didn't feel like making any money this quarter anyway. So, yeah, why not? Let's do it. But that's what's going on right now, guys. So that's the promo, fantasyalarm.com/win. Promo code winning takes 35% off of everything. Get it. Join us. You can hang out with me and Jen on a regular basis here. We do every live stream every Tuesday, the hour before kickoff. Plus, we do it Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern. So
and
that way,
actually, we also do it on Thursdays, not Tuesdays.
It's today. What did I say? Did I say Tuesday?
Is Thursday. You did, but that's okay. They know. But you know what happens? Howard works all the time doing live streams. And I do look a lot like Craig Mish, so I can see that being confusing. We're like twins.
Yeah. I mean, I could go in so many different directions with that, but I won't.
But you're going to let it go. You're going to walk away.
I'm going to have to walk away because it would really poor Craig down. I'd run him down. In any event, we're going to talk about tonight's game. We're going to talk here about wow, look at all the questions already. Wow. All right, I guess we're going to have to clear some questions right now.
Let's go. Because
here's the deal. It's Carolina against Tampa Bay tonight. Mm-hmm. Carolina's favored by 6.5. The over-under's 49.5. I took Carolina with a couple of survivor pool picks already because I do believe in them. If you look at the last 5 games between these two teams in Carolina, Carolina has the point differential has been an average of 10 points in favor of Carolina. They've won 4 out of those 5, and they've easily covered that 6.5 point spread there. Cam Newton, I think he needs a big game coming back. DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, Jameis Winston, he needs a rebound. What do we do with Mike Evans? What do we do with Chris Godwin? What do we do with that backfield?
OJ Howard.
Oh,
the backfield.
God. Give me some thoughts initially here. Talk Tampa first. Tell me, are there guys who you do like?
In Tampa?
Yeah.
No, not really.
No,
I got to tell you. I don't really trust them this week. I think I have enough other options. I don't want to do it. Now, I don't think that Jameis Winston is the worst quarterback of all time, which I know everyone panicked last week. I was like, just dropping. And I'm not a big fan of the spike drop. I feel it. I just resist it. But I can understand why you felt it. I think he still is a good player when he's a good player. But he didn't find he didn't find Mike Evans very much. He didn't, OJ Howard was really nowhere to be found. Like it was just kind of a mess. And I don't really trust any of them until they get clicking. They've got the new Bruce Arians offense. I just think they aren't clicking yet. And there's no reason to try it tonight. If you have other players.
Yeah, listen, it's a tough matchup against Carolina. Their defense is usually rock solid. Mm-hmm. What about the other side? Do you believe in the Cam rebound game?
Yes, absolutely. I know we didn't have a great game last time, but I'm not worried about Cam. Nor am I worried about Christian McCaffrey. Nor am I worried about any of these guys.
Christian McCaffrey, who's that?
Right.
Do I start him? Right. Is this a PPR league? Do I use them?
I don't know. We should consult the experts. Yeah, right.
Tweet us at Fantasy Alarm. Let us know whether or not we should start Christian McCaffrey in our lineups for week 2. Right? I don't know who's the site producer on shift right now, but he hates me. He hates me.
Cut and paste.
Do you have a favorite receiver between DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel?
DJ Moore.
I do too.
I do.
I do.
And I don't have a lot of faith in Curtis Samuel. I think he'll be fine, but DJ Moore's the guy. I think he's Cam's guy.
I hope so. I'm kind of banking on it. All right, we'll dive more into more detail here, but let me get to a couple of questions here because FA Nation is looking for a response. So let's do it here. Dave Stallman drafted a quarterback late. He's got Cousins and Dalton. Winston is on the wire. Should I get him and drop Dalton?
No, I think I'd stick with Dalton.
Would you start Cousins or Dalton?
I would start Dalton this week.
Really? Like him against San Francisco?
Yeah. I mean, I know that both defenses were pretty good last week, but I still like Dalton.
All right. Listen,
go ahead.
I can't dispute it. I really can't because he did throw for a ton of yardage last week. Now, granted, it was a super soft matchup for if you look at the Seattle secondary, it was a pretty weak secondary as is. San Francisco's isn't much better. So, yeah. I mean, listen.
Full disclosure, TCU Horned Frog.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, really? Frog. But that's not why. I feel like if someone unearths that, they're gonna, it's gonna be.
Well, now I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who's the greatest running back of all time?
Who's the greatest running back of all time?
Mm-hmm. God, TCU. God, tell me. Who is it? What's his name?
You know what? I'm gonna say Emmitt Smith.
Oh, but all right. I can't argue against Emmitt. Emmitt Smith, for crying out loud. You can hate on the Cowboys all you want. That's like saying, "Oh, I don't like Barry Sanders. He was with the Lions." All right, so Dalton, it is there. Nick Kritikos says, "Should I trade Eckler and Melvin Gordon for solid RB1?" Hell yeah!
What? Eckler and
Melvin Gordon. He's got the two of them. Package that up for an RB1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. So
we don't have the specific RB1 he wants to trade for. He's just thinking that he's going to find one. Got it.
He's just spitballing, right?
Got it. I was just trying to.
Spitball. PPR flex, Djax, Christian Kirk, or Marquez Valdez-Scantling?
I still like Djax.
I do too. I do too. It's a nice matchup against Atlanta, and I think Matty Ice is also in the need of a big rebound game here, and I
am too.
I think this could be a shootout.
Me too.
I like it. Vance McDonald or Greg Olsen tonight. Word is Greg Olsen will suit up tonight with the back issue, but him or Vance?
I'm gonna go Vance.
So smart.
I think that Big Ben needs to have a bounce back game as well.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Let's see. Brian Mangrich says, "Should I play Devin Singletary, David Montgomery, Latavius Murray, or Malcolm Brown?" He needs two of those.
Ooh.
Singletary, Montgomery, Murray, or Malcolm Brown. I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit here and say Montgomery is one of them.
I'm going to tell you to take a gamble and try Singletary because I have a feeling this is going to be a breakout game for him against the Giants. He did a great job last week. I think they're going to give him more opportunity, and I think there's a big potential this could be the game where we see him go off a little bit.
I like it. Yeah, somebody says was it Sean McDermott was like, yeah, Frank Gore is still the starter in this team. And
come on.
Like, Frank Gore didn't start. Like where are you getting that he's going to still be the starter? He never even started. Chris Power says, "Good evening, Howard and Jennifer." Good evening, Chris.
Good evening.
Would you pick up and drop Darius Geis for Adrian Peterson, Alex Madison, or Gio Bernard?
Okay. Would I pick up or drop?
Well, would you drop Darius Geis?
Got it.
Who had surgery today?
That's
he's
right.
out 6
He's going to be out 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I would say, listen, if you have Dalvin Cook, then you have to own Alex Madison. You have to.
If you're the Dalvin Cook owner.
If you're
Gio
not,
Bernard, it could be interesting for the next week or two if Mixon's out.
Yep.
I might, because we don't know how well Darius is going to come. He's missing 6 to 8 weeks. That may not be worth holding a roster spot.
Oh, yeah, I would cut him. It's just a matter of, do you want Gio Bernard or Adrian Peterson? I kind of feel like Gio's the guy who I would lean towards.
Well, also, Adrian Peterson, I mean, isn't he going to be overshadowed by Chris Thompson probably?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, your Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the snot out of Washington in this one, and they're going to be in catch-up mode anyway.
Right.
So I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Need two PPR: Tyler Boyd, DJ Moore, or Chris Godwin.
Boyd and Moore.
Boyd and Moore it is for me too. Mm-hmm. Marquise Hollywood Brown or Alshon Jeffrey.
Oh, that's a tricky one. I'm going to go with Brown. I'm going to ride the hot hand right now.
Take that upside. I like it. Boomer bust.
Yeah.
Boomer bust. All right, let's head over to our friends over on YouTube right now. One player has to sit out of this group.
Okay.
Godwin, Diggs, Josh Gordon, James White, PPR.
Obviously Godwin, to me.
Godwin it is.
Sit Godwin.
Yeah, here's the, because here's the problem, though, that I have with this. Only, if AB plays on Sunday, Josh Gordon's cockapoo. Like that's kind of what
maybe not. Or you could argue, because I've been going back and forth on this, that AB is going to see a lot of double coverage and maybe Josh Gordon will be okay.
Ooh.
I've been debating this because I own Gordon in one league and I own Brown in another. And I'm like, what? And you guys, I'm with you. I'm having the same thing. What am I going to do? First of all, they could feast on this Miami team.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they could go off. And here I have Antonio Brown, who I don't like personally, but he is a fantastic wide receiver. And what if he decides to go? But he's learning the playbook. So Josh Gordon might have more opportunities. But if they both play, you're right. Will Josh Gordon get less opportunities? I mean, who knows? So we don't know. But I wouldn't necessarily say Josh Gordon is a sit if AB plays.
All right. I like it. I like it a lot. It's great rationale, especially also if you hate Jameis Winston and Chris Godwin at that, which I love. You know what? Secretly, I absolutely love and adore this because, like, throughout the entire preseason, everybody and their grandma was like, give me Chris Godwin. He's going to be the greatest thing ever. And here we are going into week 2, and everybody's like, I don't know. Should I sit Chris Godwin?
I believe he was over-touted. Absolutely. Yeah. A little bit.
What do I got? Let's see. Scott Kilcullen says, which wide receiver won? It's a full point PPR. Bonus points for 125 yards, receiving and rushing. He's got Mecole Hardman, Hollywood Brown, Marvin Jones, or your boy, Michael Gallup.
Well, Mecole Brown's an interesting option because Mahomes. I'm going to go with Gallup.
Go with Gallup here. I like that because Josh Norman all over Amari Cooper in this one. Now, he's got a flex spot also. He could flex those guys, but then he's also got Darren Waller and Montgomery. Now, Scott, here's the question.
Man.
If it's David Montgomery, then that's who you start no matter what. But if that's Ty Montgomery because you were, like, worried about Lev Bell, no. If it's Ty Montgomery, where are you going? To me, it's down between Hardman and Hollywood Brown.
I would go for Hollywood Brown based on the types of catches he's going to make with this 125-yard bonus that you have going on.
All right. I like it. Pick 2 for Courtney Bonner here. Godwin, Hilton, Watkins.
Hilton Watkins.
QB, Rodgers or Roethlisberger this week?
I'd go Rodgers.
Really? I like that. Yes. Need a flex between Miles Sanders or Dede Westbrook?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go with Dede this week again. I know I've become this Dede person, but there's a lot of reasons why. First of all, they've got that backup slot corner in Houston. Or a new guy. Who knows? But it seems like he's going to have a lot of – he was great last week. Mm-hmm. I know everyone's worried, but there's no Nick Foles. But guess what? 100% of his production last week was from Gardner Minshew. So we're good. I think Dede could be a really fun, exciting play this week. And Miles Sanders, again, I hope they use him more, but he didn't get as much opportunity as we hoped he would get last week. So I'm gonna lean Dede.
Gotcha. Who's the quarterback for the Jaguars right now?
For the Jaguars?
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew?
God bless you. That gamer is Xavier. Just walked right into it.
I totally did. I thought, oh no, I had a blonde moment and I said Tom Brady or something. All right, you guys, this man right here is treating me like his little sister a lot. And I feel like I'm getting my pigtails pulled.
You very well might be. You're going to short sheet your bed. I'm gonna pop the heads off of all your dollies at home, and yes,
there's gonna be Kool-Aid in my shower head.
Yes, there is. Just as long as you know, as long as you accept it. You're the little sister I never had, even though I've got one.
I've never been a little sister. I've only been a big sister, so I'll take it.
Oh, well, see, here you go. Now you're gonna know how your little sister felt, or your little brother, whoever it is.
4 little brothers.
4 little brothers. Oh, poor guys. Poor guys. Austin Eckler, James White, John Brown, Danny Amendola, or Deshaun Jackson. Needs to play 2 in a PPR format here.
I would say Eckler and Jackson.
Eckler and Djax, it is for me too. Sean Sarrow, flex option question. He needs 2 between Emmanuel Sanders, Evan Engram, Tyrell Williams, and DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm. He needs 2?
Yeah. I'm gonna take the lead on this one. I'm gonna say Emmanuel Sanders and Evan Engram. I think Emmanuel Sanders, rock solid. He's gonna get the targets. He's gonna get the work from Joe Flacco. I really like the matchup that he's got going on this week. And I firmly believe that even though Denver is normally a decent team, Chicago's normally a decent defense. They replaced their They replaced their slot corner with Buster Screen, who sucks. So give me Emmanuel Sanders there, and then Evan Engram for the Giants. I mean, do the Giants have anything else as far as a passing target goes?
No.
Shepard's still concussed. I saw that Latimer is probably going to be hurt also. He's not going to play. I don't even know if they have anybody. So I like Sanders and Engram there. How about this one? Let's see. Oh, I skipped ahead. Wow. You guys are busy here. Trubisky or Brissett for the rest of the season?
Brissett.
I like that. Case Keenum is also an option.
No.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No. He's really not. Should I trade Vance McDonald for TJ Hawkinson?
Like straight up? You think someone wants to do that?
Yeah, I don't really understand that move. Like, that makes no sense to me. Do we really think that a rookie tight end and Hawkinson, who had a great game, is going to continue to produce at that level?
I think it's absolutely possible. I think he's really good, but I think it's way too early to make a decision like that. It's been one game. I do think Hawkinson will be really good.
Okay. Perfect. Would you trade Vance for him?
I have Hawkinson and Vance in the same league, and I had trouble deciding who to start this week. No, I wouldn't trade. Not yet.
All right. Let's see. Would you bench Mike Evans for either Djax or Josh Gordon?
Yes. Either. Exactly. Just
Do
yes.
you have a preference between Gordon and Djax?
Well, again, I think this has a little to do with AB playing on Sunday. It might alter what I would do. So I would say if I were deciding today, Djax.
So if AB plays, definitely Djax. If AB sits.
No, if AB sits, definitely Gordon.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Should I start Tom Brady or Lamar Jackson?
That's an excellent question.
Sure is.
They both have incredible possibilities. I would go with Brady.
You go with Brady? Are you worried at all that based on just the fact that it's Miami and they're a punching bag, that maybe they just run more with like White and Michelle, that Brady's not chucking the ball around?
No way, because I think Brady's going to go out there and take out if AB's playing, take out his new, car for a spin. He's going to be throwing it all over. That's what I think. That's my guess. I don't think this is going to be a big run game. I think Brady's going to be out there having fun, considering it an extended training camp.
What good is a Ferrari if you leave it in the garage?
Totally. Let's do it.
All right. I like it. John Ross or Marvin Jones, PPR, flex spot here. Hi, John Shondor.
John Ross, I think.
I like John Ross, too.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Tim Board wants to know Jameis Winston or Phillip Rivers.
Ooh, I don't really like either of those this week. I'll go Phillip Rivers.
Me too. When do you think we can start Dante Pettis again? Just give that offense a game or two to really kind of warm up. Yeah, right? I kind of feel like that's the
What
way
did he
to
get?
go
2
with
targets? What was that?
But he was coming back from the groin injury. He wasn't 100%.
Just give it a week or two. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Dave Deemert says he's got 2 quarterbacks going against each other, Big Ben and Russell Wilson. Who do you start?
Big Ben.
At home, of course. I like it. Let's see what next. Here we go. Oh, Derrick Henry or Marlon Mack?
Marlon Mack.
Okay. Tim Board wants to know, is Bell going to play on Sunday? Would you start him? I don't know if he's going to play yet on Sunday, so I don't know whether or not to start him. That's the decision that you have to make on Saturday.
On Sunday.
Or you can do it on Sunday. You'll know more practice-wise, at least on Saturday, Tim. Definitely. Devin Singletary or Curtis Samuel tonight?
Devin Singletary.
Yep. Let's see. Shady McCoy or Devin Singletary? Wait, that Singletary cat is a popular dude.
He is popular. I'm going to go with Singletary again.
I am too. Can we trust Stefon Diggs this week or one of Alshon, Tyrell, or Robbie Anderson a better play? I think Tyrell Williams is a better play here, right?
I think Tyrell all the way. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Randy Fent says I need 2 to play. Aaron Jones, Devonta Freeman, and Marlon Mack. Which 2 of those 3?
I would say Mack and Freeman.
Yep. I was exactly what I was going to say as well. Just right there on the same page. Come on.
I don't know how this happened.
I don't either.
We don't even talk before this. I promise.
Yeah, really, because there's the last person I want to talk to.
Wow.
Right? A Diet 7-Up and not a Red Bull here. Huh? Freaking out, people.
I just wanted to show you guys that if Howard shakes his head.
Hold it higher. That's Grossberger. That's exactly what I would look like if I shaved my head.
And imagine that with a Diet 7-Up or a Red Bull. Come on. Fantasy friends. I would take all kinds of advice from this man.
And that's how I eat, too. I put my...
You shovel? You actually need a shovel, not a fork.
I just put it in a trough and let me just stick my fat head in there. Okay?
Your fat bald head.
I want some candy now. Now I need to eat my feelings.
You can always pair candy with diet soda. That's how I got through college.
That's the one takeaway from my father there was, I can go into McDonald's and order 2 Big Macs, a chicken sandwich, a large fries, and an apple pie. But as long as I get the Diet
Coke,
I'm good.
Totally. Totally works. All that aspartame is awesome for you.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, no. Sit O.J. Howard for T.J. Hawkinson? Yes.
Yes.
Jennifer. Oh, Tim doesn't even want to. He doesn't even want me to answer this one here.
Thank you, Tim.
Simply says Jennifer. Dynasty trade question. Half-point PPR was offered Devontae Adams and Darrell Henderson for Marlon Mack and Jamison Crowder. Would you take Adams and Henderson for Mack and Crowder?
I would keep Mack and Crowder.
No love for Devontae?
I like Devontae. Sure.
I do too. But I would do Mack and Crowder too. Does this whole thing with Sam Darnold and Mono, does this have you worried about production here from the Jets? I'm kind of figuring with Trevor Siemian under center, we kind of have to downgrade wideouts for a little bit.
For this week? Well, I guess it's 2 weeks now, isn't it?
Well, at least. I don't know. Mono could wipe him out for the month.
You're right. It could be the month. Yeah, I would downgrade them a little bit, but I still love Crowder.
Yeah, and Darrell Henderson, I just don't see him getting enough work here with Malcolm Brown doing this thing.
Yeah.
Would you start Austin Hooper or Mark Andrews, tight end from the Ravens?
I would start Mark Andrews.
I would too. Yes, Tim. We said we would take the trade. Yes, Tim. Said yes. No, we wouldn't. We would keep Marlon Mack, right? Yeah, we'd keep Marlon Mack. Don't take the trade, Tim. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's see. I'm leaning towards, this is Jason McCool says he's leaning towards starting Djax over Thielen because of the usage in Minnesota. Am I crazy? Yes, you are crazy, dude. It's one game. One game. Are you gonna trade Devontae Adams because of one game that he didn't show up for? He didn't do well? No, you can't sit there and base Minnesota's offense on the fact that Kirk Cousins only threw the ball 10 times. They didn't need to. They were in total control of that game from moment one. So if you've got Dalvin Cook and you've got Alex Madison and Stephon Diggs is hurt, why the hell do you want to throw? You don't need to throw. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Adam Thielen had a touchdown too, didn't he?
I don't know.
I think he did.
Did he?
If he didn't, then it got called back. But I thought I remembered seeing that he was in the end zone. And it was early on in the game. I just, can we talk about overreaction for a second here? I'll get back to your guys' questions. Can we talk about overreaction? What does one game mean? Really, tell me, Jen.
It means nothing. I have some partners in baseball, and I'm constantly reminding them. They want a spike drop all the time. Oh my God, Wade Miley gave up 189 ERA last night. Yeah, but for the rest of the season, his ERA is 3. Okay? He had one bad game. I get it. We don't spike drop. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And as long as you're playing like it's a sprint, you're going to end up making some really silly, dumb moves. And at the end, because everything was a reaction, you're not going to have those aggregate stats that you originally bought your players for. You didn't buy them for one game of production. You bought them for seasonal production. So give them a chance to show you that seasonal production. That's my thing.
That's your thing, and truer words could not be spoken. Drop a mic. Drop a mic right there for us. Bam. Let's see. Miles Sanders or Dede Westbrook? Didn't we answer that already?
Mm-hmm.
We did. She said Dede Westbrook, Tom. Yep. Somebody just told him that. Yes, thank you. We need to get Howard one of those Cowboys Hawaiian shirts. Mark Shadle, just stop talking now, dude. Don't even think about it. No.
Come sit by me, Mark.
No.
Yeah, Mark.
Cowboys. Do you think Sony Michel will return to his normalcy? Dude, I think Sony Michel is going to ball this week. I think he is going to
See, why not?
Destroy the Miami Dolphins.
I don't think it's going to stop him.
Mark Ingram had 2 touchdowns last week. What do you think Sony Michel's going to do? Come on, people. Matt Mayfield asks Chris Godwin or Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Mark Shadle says, oh, yeah. Oh, no. Ponch is over here. He's hanging out in the room. Tyrell Williams or I'm on the edge of my seat. Ponch, give me your question. Where is it? All right. If you're not going to ask it, I'm moving over to our friends over at Periscope at Nix620. Higbee, Eifert, Noah Fant, or Jason Witten. I screwed up my draft and I'm streaming tight ends.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with Witten.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go with Witten too. I don't mind Noah Fant. I think if he cleans up the mistakes, then he'll get the snaps, but yeah.
But Dallas this week especially has, I think, the better matchup. So Washington, plus, he's a Cowboy. Because he's a Cowboy.
I was taking Cowboy mentions away from Bowden all day today. He even thought Cowboys, and I was like, you're gone.
Done.
Cam Newton or Baker Mayfield this week? Wow, what's up, AZ fan 84? Scotty Brooks, baby. What's up?
I'm going with Cam.
Cam? I like it. At Greg Strzok wants to know DJ Moore, Tyrell Williams, Cortland Sutton, or Will Fuller?
Tyrell Williams.
I like it too against the Chiefs.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to throw.
They're gonna have to, and he was great last week, and he's their wide receiver 1 now. So if you can, take advantage.
You gotta. All right, Tyrell Williams or Walmart. Oh, Landry or Delaney Walker. Tyrell Williams, Jarvis Landry, and I guess Delaney Walker here. I guess is
Delaney
a
Walker flex. I guess. Well, I don't. Tyrell Williams again.
Tyrell again. It is. Tom Dahlman wants to know: is David Montgomery startable, or should we wait to see if his workload increase? I'm gonna keep starting the dude. I'm not gonna wait until after his big game to be like, oh yeah, here we go, David Montgomery.
He looks fantastic when he was on the. It was so good. It was so promising, and I believe I read an article that said Nagy later was like, yeah, we should have used him more. So I have a feeling like they got enough, backlash from their fans who wanted to see David Montgomery out there that he's gonna give it. And they need to. They need to win.
I mean, that's the Ferrari in the garage right there.
That's right.
If you're getting David Montgomery, why? Galladay or Diggs?
Oh, Diggs.
If he's healthy, yeah. You got to check that health and make sure, but I like that call there. What do you expect Greg Olsen to be tonight? I expect him to be the tight end for the Panthers and an old man with a back issue. I don't know. Are you expecting much out of Greg Olsen tonight?
Nope.
Me neither. Pick 3 out of these wide receivers. You're going to love this one. You ready for this? This is a great group. This is your buddy Tim Board again. Jamison Crowder, Taylor Gabriel, Jones. Just Jones. I'm assuming it's Marvin. Sanders, I'm going to assume that's Emmanuel, and then Mohamed Sanu.
Okay.
3. Crowder, Gabriel, Jones, Sanders, Sanu.
Crowder, Sanders. I guess Jones.
Yeah. Marvelous Marvin. Why not? Flex position here, half point PPR, DJ Moore or Austin Eckler?
I would go Eckler.
I'm going to go Eckler as well. And let's see. Goff or Baker Mayfield? Jared Goff. Talk about that game, huh?
You know what? Let's try Baker Mayfield again.
You're going to go Baker Mayfield against my Jets? Against my mononucleosis,
your
my New York Monos?
Jets. That's exactly. I think this could finally be the time that, I don't know. I feel like, it's possible that Browns are going to brown, but hopefully this will be the game where we see what we wanted to see. I'm sorry, Jets fans, but you are without Sam.
I don't think you're sorry. I don't hear any remorse.
No honest contrition in my voice.
There's zero remorse here. Zero. Goose egg. What about Baker Mayfield or Josh Allen?
I'm going to try Baker again.
All right. Baker it is. And Keith also wants Keith Decker. What's up, dude? Wants to know if you trust Antonio Brown this week. What's your gut tell you? Does he play? Does he not play?
My gut tells me that he plays.
And if he plays, he has to start, right? You have to start.
Yeah, I think so. And the reason my gut tells me that he plays is, yes, I know he hasn't learned the offense yet, et cetera. But again, they don't have much at stake against this Miami team. They're going to win. I think they could see it as a practice game. Let's try some routes with AB. Let's try some with Gordon. And I think that because of that, the targets are going to be spread around. Obviously, that's a big guess, but my gut is he's going to start and they're going to try him out.
Beautiful. All right. OJ Howard or Darren Waller?
Darren Waller. Are you guys tired of us talking about Darren Waller yet? But we have to, because come on. He played 100% of the snaps last week. He was fantastic. This kid, and nobody was buying on him. He was free. He's still free, by the way, on FanDuel and DraftKings this week. So you guys go make that move.
I was at 7 catches for 70 yards. Hello.
Tight end at the tight end position.
So good. Terry McLaurin or DJ Metcalf?
DJ Metcalf.
I agree. What else we got here? Man, it is hot in the shed. You guys will have to excuse me sweating here, people. Sorry. So hot. So hot.
Oh my.
Oh no? Is that inappropriate? Sorry.
Would have been better if you had the gross burger going on.
If I were
you were doing your whole head.
I'd be like, I take the towel and I polish it like a bowling ball. Mike Evans or Tyrell Williams? We're saying Tyrell Williams. What do you expect out of Lamar Jackson against Arizona? Will we see him run the ball? Great things.
I do.
It's a terrible defense, right? It's a horrible defense.
Yeah, he's going to run it. He's going to throw it now that he can. He's going to do everything. He's going to be being a Jackson, you know? It's going to be awesome.
Here's an interesting question again. It's your buddy Tim. Doesn't want to talk to me, just wants to talk to you. Does he trade Nick Chubb before they become the real Browns?
No, I think everyone is panicking way too much about Nick Chubb. Give the guy a little more time. I think the Browns are going to be much better as time goes along. But
I agree.
I hear you with the Browns and the Browns and the Browns.
Oof. O.J. Howard or Jason Witten?
O.J. Howard.
Yeah, you kind of have to do that.
You have to.
And just feel dirty about it. Just feel dirty about it.
Sometimes we're in uncomfortable positions and we just have to do the best we can. And that would be O.J. Howard.
Yeah, I agree. Need to start 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. Diggs, Godwin, Tyrell Williams, and Derrick Henry. That's an easy one, right? Diggs and Tyrell Williams. Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, now Tim says I look like I've got mono. Come on. Come on. It's just low-hanging fruit there. That's just low-hanging fruit. That's not cool. That's not right. I don't even want to answer these questions now. That was just mean.
It's okay, Tim. You can ask me questions. I'll still answer them.
He's mono-shaming.
He's mono-shaming.
He's mono-shaming me right now. Sean Fryer wants to know Jamison Crowder or Chris Godwin.
That's a tough one with the Sam Darnold news.
Yeah.
Go Godwin.
Godwin it is. Cam Newton tonight or Big Ben at home on Sunday?
I'm going to say Big Ben at home.
Me too. O.J. Howard tonight or Jimmy Graham on Sunday?
O.J. Howard tonight.
O.J. Howard tonight. I gotcha. Tim Board? Is that you? That's Tim in North Carolina. So this dude and I have a bet, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realize that this is the same Tim. So here you go. So he calls up the show over on Sirius XM, and we're talking about the Scott Fish Bowl. And that tight ends get 1.5 points. And the bet is that Travis Kelce, I said Travis Kelce will finish as the number 1 tight end in the scoring format. Right? He said no. He said no. So we bet a lifetime subscription to Fantasy Alarm.
Nice bet.
Or he has to give me 10 pounds of tea leaves. Like a nice black tea.
10 pounds of
10
tea leaves?
pounds of tea leaves.
Where are you even going to put that? That's a lot of tea leaves.
That's a lot of tea leaves. I know.
A lot of tea leaves.
And I love reading them. Boom, 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 boom. This says right here, it says Tim Board is going to owe me 10 pounds of tea leaves.
Wait, who does he think is going to finish as the number 1?
Irrelevant. Erroneous.
Just that it won't be
matter. I'm giving him the feel.
Wow. Generous
giving him the feel. Oh, he works for a coffee company. That's right. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What else we got? Devonta Freeman or Tyrell Williams? Where do you go with that one?
Oh, probably Devonta Freeman.
Yeah,
that's
I would too.
A hard one. Yeah.
I would too. So, all right. So we've hit a bunch of the questions here. Let's talk a little bit more about, well, we've got tonight's game. So let me ask you here. It's Panthers favored by 6.5. Would you take the Panthers and lay the points?
Yeah.
Over under 49.5. Do you like the over or the under?
Under.
Okay. If you had to pick, well, no, you already told me you like DJ Moore over Curtis Samuel.
Yeah.
And you like them both over OJ Howard, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. Beautiful. All right. How about this weekend's games? Anything in this weekend that you're looking for in particular? Don't say Dallas. Don't say Dallas. You wipe that smirk off your face.
I will not talk about Dallas at all.
Well, thank you. How about this? How about the New England Patriots 18.5-point favorites over Miami? Do you lay that? That's a lot of points.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you think so? Happen.
Yeah, of course it is. Look at the weapons they have. It's ridiculous. Miami's got nothing. They just sold their team. They raised the white flag. They're done. 18.5 nothing for New England.
I cannot wait until we get where, I don't know if you heard, but I called that Kenyon Drake was going to end up getting released or traded.
I think he's traded.
Which would be absolutely.
I mean, you read reports that like a bunch of the players have already texted their agents saying, "Hey, can you please start working on a trade for me?" You know, they're here to play. They want to win and like to work for an organization that clearly says we're not even going to pretend. I understand. And Kenyon Drake's talented and he wants to go play for a team. You know, he might rather be in a, backfield platoon than be the number one on a team with no winning spirit. Anyway.
I'm with you. Listen, I said it. I was like, when the report came out that they were looking to trade Laramie Tunsil and they were like, oh, all the Dolphins are going to revolt if we trade Tunsil. Who's leading that charge? It's the running back. Easily the running back here. And that's Kenyon Drake, who he didn't even start in week one. Like, he was like all pissed off about not starting in week one. And so, boom. Yeah, of course. Of course. Ooh, Josh Gordon or Tyrell Williams. There you go. That's a tough one for you.
I'll go Tyrell.
I like it.
Could be the wrong choice, but
I'm good.
I'm going to go Tyrell.
Listen, here's the thing Kansas City, Tyreek Hill is out. They still have a ton of weapons there. They've got multiple guys to move through the backfield. It's a high octane, offense there. I know that Mahomes hurt his ankle last week, but it's not enough that's going to keep him out of this game. And I don't really believe very much in that Oakland defense there. So
it's going to be some long balls.
There's going to have to be some long balls there. Have to be. No doubt. No doubt. James Conner outlook rest of season. I mean, again, you're taking one game where they got their asses whooped by the Patriots, and you're going to worry about that?
Yeah.
Come on. Sit tight. Sit tight. Greg Olsen, Jack Doyle, or Noah Fant start one tight end.
I don't like any of these guys. Greg Olsen, I guess.
Yeah, I don't like any of them either. Yeah, I mean, I might consider taking that chance on
Doyle.
On Doyle, yeah, just for some targets there. If it's PPR, yeah. Oh yeah, man, the tight end position has just gone like even worse than what it was.
Yeah,
horrible. Blah. Blah.
That's why we kind of told you guys, there's a real strategy you can build around going ahead and taking a tight end early because there is such a cliff. You either get really lucky and happen to get a TJ Hawkinson or a Darren Waller late, or you need to go ahead and pay and set it in stone and know you're going to be fine with Travis Kelce. Because in between it's a lot of guessing and that's a lot of points along the way. That just a lot of moves and risky. And so there is definitely a strategy to going ahead and taking an earlier pick with the tight end, in my opinion.
Which I was kind of banging that drum very early on in the preseason. I was like, get yourself Travis Kelce early, get yourself Ertz or Kittle. But then all of a sudden it was like, then I started seeing, everybody reaching for those guys.
Right.
And then so I started to back off a little bit. But then I was looking at that next tier, that OJ Howard, Evan Engram, even Vance McDonald was even further back at that point. And what happened was then OJ Howard and Evan Engram, their ADP started to climb. So I was in on Vance McDonald and getting him in like the 10th round. Then all of a sudden he became a 7th round pick. as people were taking him more and more. And then I was going back down to Darren Waller for that. But now we're sitting here and we're looking at this mid-tier of tight ends, and we look at a guy like O.J. Howard. We're like, what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
Awful. Absolutely awful. Should I start Marquise Brown or Stefon Diggs?
Stefon Diggs.
Yeah. What do you think of these rookie tight ends? Like, what do you think for the follow-up here? You've got Hollywood Brown. Mecole Hardman's supposed to be getting a bunch of work now. Everybody and their grandmother's all over Terry McLaurin for Washington. And then A.J. Brown ended up with a 100-yard game also for the Titans.
For the Tennessee Titans, yeah.
Do you see these guys continuing here, or do you see them kind of faltering?
A lot of them, I think that there are real paths to playing time for them, and they could be really good. Certainly the Titans, I can see that absolutely being real. I can see Marquise Hollywood Brown getting opportunities, but is he going to have another game like last week? Unlikely. That was a perfect storm. So I think I think these guys are good. They're absolutely worth a grab, and we'll know more as time goes along, but let's not expect these freshmen to repeat these incredible performances immediately. You're not going to suddenly say, okay, Marquise Hollywood Brown is better than, Julian Edelman. You need to wait. You need to see how this plays out. Yes, grab them, stash them in certain start and sit situations with defenses. You might, choose one or the other, but let's not go making any crazy drops.
Exactly. Ooh, got a couple of last-minute questions here from our friends over on Facebook. Here we go. Wide receiver, tight end spot, and I need one of these players: Austin Hooper, Mike Williams, Cortland Sutton, or Traquan Smith.
Cortland Sutton.
I like it. Wide receiver 3, half-point PPR: James Washington, Geronimo Allison, Anthony Miller, or Marvin Jones Jr.
Let's go Allison. Let's roll the die.
Thank you. Right? Oh, what? One game. You didn't see any targets. One game. Yeah. Oh, look at this one. Cowboys defense or Redskins defense? I didn't ask it.
Cowboys.
That was Steve Timmick, whose avatar is a Redskins logo.
Oh. Well, then you can play the Redskins defense.
I think he's just trolling you right now. I think that's really what it is. You're getting trolled by a Redskins fan. Nah. Nick Chubb or Austin Eckler? 1 point PPR.
Eckler. Just this week. Just until we see. This is not an ad drop situation, right?
I hope not.
No.
Terry McLaurin or Will Fuller?
Ooh. Will Fuller.
Nice. I like it. Kind of a quiet game for him last week, but again, it's one game. One game. Should I start? Well, we got all that. Well, you know what? We're done. We made it through.
That goes so fast. How does that happen? I feel like we just started.
I know, right? I could just sit here on Twitter for the next 2.5 hours just answering.
I'm sure you have to.
No. See, this is the thing. This is why we do the live streams here. You guys, if you have any last-minute questions, go to fantasyalarm.com, and there's the chat. Free chat right there. You're
awesome.
Talking to Jen's in the chat. I'm in the chat. John and Pemba, Steve Pimental, James Babyface Grande, Matt Sells. These guys are all in the chat. Yeah. Dan Malin. They're all hanging out in the chat. Sean Mitchell. I can just keep going over and over again. We're all in there rotating in and out, guys. You're always going to get an answer from us over there. We run this chat through. It's 24 hours a day. And one of us is an insomniac at some point or another. So we're still answering questions there. And then, listen, we do this live stream here on Thursdays before the game, and we do them again on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Plus, Sunday game day, there is a whole other separate live chat feature right there on the homepage. You can't miss it. So and then you get all the analysts in there as well. Plus, like Rick Wolf's hanging out in there also. Glenn Colton's hanging out there. So, we start seeing all these people, and we're just doing it for you guys. FA Nation, we understand. It's about the personal attention.
Absolutely.
We got it. You need it. Jen, last minute thoughts here on tonight's game? I'll give you one last chance to say something nice about the Bucks.
You know what? I think Jameis Winston is going to have a much better game, and I'm going to say he's going to throw no pick sixes.
No pick sixes. 4 interceptions, but none of them are being run back for a touchdown here.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's what I'm going to say.
Fantastic stuff as always. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. Really appreciate it. Again, Jen and I will be back on Sunday. Follow her on Twitter at Jen Piacenti. You can follow me at RotoBuzzGuy. Big thanks to my man Matt Sells for producing the night here. We'll catch you next time.